Hey Paxians, it's Phoenix. Welcome back to another Pax Dei Chronicle. Finally, I finally had a chance to sit down and record another video. I've just been busy with real life and other projects and trying to get a Discord bot up and running. And it's just been crazy and hectic. So I finally had a chance to sit down and record. And of course, it's because there's some new information to share about Pax Dei. So we're going to jump straight in. So we are in the middle of September. Yeah, basically the middle of September. And we just got information posted today that this coming Tuesday, we're going to get the long-awaited Tech AMA / FAQ / information. Now, this was talked about as early as I think April, if not, no, I'm sorry, March. So basically right around the time that the server launched, there's been a lot of information shared, but there's still a lot of questions out there. And some of the developers mentioned, oh, this will be a good thing to put in or ask in the Tech AMA or the Tech FAQ. And so I think we're finally going to see that come to fruition. And I know that there's a lot of people interested in that. So Tuesday, mark your calendars or put it in your phone or write it on a stone tablet, whatever you do. But I was looking through some of the comments about what might potentially be in the Tech AMA or FAQ or info. I'm just going to try to say Tech FAQ. Because we're not actually asking those questions anymore. So what might be in the Tech FAQ? There's been questions about things like the players farming and crafting, or how systems might work, like digging, which we know isn't a possibility. So there's an aspect of like how the engine's going to function. So there's been comments about even just how the game will function on different devices, you know, things like phones or tablets, obviously laptops and computers as well. And so that's another kind of segment of what might be in the Tech AMA, or sorry, Tech FAQ. I did it. Tech FAQ. So there's a wide variety of what we might see. Another one is how the servers and shards and whatever else you want to categorize that as, how that's going to function. I believe we have been given some hints on that, so that potentially might be clarified a little bit more, or maybe we'll get some examples of how that functions. I know that was something I was interested in very early on, just from a world perspective, how they're going to put the world together. Especially when you start talking about the significant number of players that they want to have on a world. 20,000 players per shard / server. That's a lot of people in one place. So, you know, just from historical gaming, you know, we all know that that's a lot of people in a place. And so I think there's legitimate questions about how that's going to actually pan out. So I'm excited for the Tech FAQ coming on Tuesday. I hope you are as well. I know I've seen comments over time that a lot of people are waiting for this. A lot of people want to know more about it. It's definitely up there with things like what's combat going to look like. That's probably one of mine that I would rather have combat than tech, just because I think combat is going to probably be one of those, you know, pillars of, is this game going to last? I think it will. But I'm still interested in, you know, what that's going to look like. So I know there's a lot of people that are probably, especially the PvP community. I don't want to speak for them specifically because I'm not really a PvP player, but I know that there's a lot that goes into the thought process behind combat, especially for PvP players. And a lot of folks will even make a determination about whether or not they continue to play or play it at all, based on how the combat functions in a game. So, that's a very long-winded way of saying we have a Tech AMA coming. We have a Tech FAQ coming up on Tuesday, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully we'll get some good quality information as we've already been getting from Mainframe and the Pax Dei team. So beyond that information, we do have the additional screenshots that we've been seeing from the family and friends testing. And I don't know about you, but some of these builds are just absolutely crazy. The one in particular today, the Japanese style kind of build, obviously out of place for the time period, but beyond that, like, that's such a fantastic build. And just the creativity that went into doing that. I can't imagine. So the team that built that, or not the team, but the players that built that, you know, kudos to you guys. It looks like it's a pretty extensive build, so it's got to be several plots, I would guess, you know, 3 or 4 maybe plots put together, just based on the size of what we sort of have seen in the past. Now, there's other screenshots that I know got released in the past couple of weeks. It seems like they're kind of amping up their release schedule, so to speak, of information and screenshots. So they also mentioned they're going to release more on Monday. I think the activity is picking up for a reason. I'm hopeful that we're going to start seeing some of this move closer and closer to public alpha. We know it's coming in 2023, so continue to temper your expectations as I am, but also it's okay to be excited about something if you really think you're going to like it. There's not a lot wrong with that. Just don't get super disappointed if it doesn't turn out the way you like. But anyways, I like to keep these short and sweet and to the point. So check out the screenshots that are out there. Look for some inspiration in, you know, what's currently being done with the game now and what could potentially be done with the game in the future. I think that's one of the things that I keep looking at is like, this is pre-alpha and they're building this stuff already. I'm beyond excited to see what people create when we get to actual alpha, and teams and guilds and clans and all these sorts of people are coming together to build extraordinary buildings. Like that's the thing I'm excited about most, I think, beyond the actual gameplay elements of like combat and exploration and things like that. So I hope you have a great rest of the week. It's Friday, so happy Friday. Have a good weekend. I hope you get to rest, relax, recharge, do the things that you find that give you some of that comfort, and disconnect if you have to. That's what I'm gonna do because we've got house projects to work on. So until next time, Paxians, adventurers, friends, I'll see you on Discord. Take care.